Okay, so this is the work together for section review 15-2. You're going to need page 403 from your workbook, and you're going to need your completed income statement, the work together income statement, and it's going to need to be completed. And to do the on your own, you're also going to need the completed income statement for the on your own. So we'll start here with we're going to do number 1 and number 2 at the same time. So Interstate Tires determines that no more than 53 cents or 53% of each sales should be devoted to cost of merchandise sold. Compare the component percentage for cost of merchandise sold and the acceptable percentage. Show the actual component percentage, whether it's acceptable or unacceptable. If it's unacceptable, suggest an action that might correct it. Then section 2, number 2, acceptable auto parts industry standards show that at least 47% of each sale dollar should result in gross profit. For Interstate Tires, we're going to show the actual percentage for gross profit on the sales, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to indicate whether it's acceptable or unacceptable and whatever action might need to correct it. So we've got our actual percentage rate, cost of merchandise sold, no more than 53%, our actual percentage. So we'll look at our income statement. Cost of merchandise sold, 51.9%. So I'll write that here. 51.9%. So the acceptable percentage rate is no more than 53%. We're at 51.9. So acceptable result, that would be yes. Recommended action, if any needed, none. So now we've got our gross profit on sales, no less than 47%. So our actual percentage, look on our income statement, 48.1%. Gross profit on sales, 48.1. So we'll have 48.1, no less than 47. Well, 48 is more than 47, so we're not less than. So acceptable result, yes. Recommendation, none. Now the things that we could have done here for recommendations: cost of merchandise sold. We could have found similar merchandise at a lower price to reduce the company's expense of products that we're going to resale. So that would reduce our percentages of the cost. Our gross profit on sales, 2 things we could have done here. We could raise prices. That would increase our profit, but depending on how much you can raise and still be competitive, that would be a question. If you raise it too high, you might not be competitive and might lose business. The other thing kind of goes back to the first one. You can find lower cost, similar merchandise to resale that would increase your profit margin. So we don't need to worry about either one of those things. Now, if you wanted to improve on these, then you could still do those things. But technically, on paper, you're good. So now we'll go down to this next section. That's number 3. Interstate Tires has 110,000 shares of outstanding. with a market price of $13.75 per share. Calculate the earnings per share and the price earnings ratio. So since I still have my finger on the 110,000, I'm going to go ahead and fill that one in first, but it doesn't matter which one you fill in first here. So I'll go here, number of shares outstanding, 110,000. Now we want our net income after federal tax. So we'll go back to our worksheet, our income statement. Net income after federal tax, $62,907.35. So we'll write that here, 62,907.35. Then you can see it's you've already got the formula plugged in here. We're just going to divide that by 110,000 to find out what our earnings per share is. So 62,907.35 divided by 110,000. And since this is money, no more than 2 decimal places, so 0.57, 57 cents. So I'll just write that right there, 0.57. Now we got the next one, our market share price. That was in this same sentence. Market share price of $13.75. $13.75 divided by earnings per share. We've already got that right here. So that's going to be 0.57, 57 cents. So we'll divide 13.75 divided by 57 cents. That's going to be 24.1% ratio. Okay. So there's section 2, work together. So now you should be able to do the on your own. Remember you're going to need your income statement completed for the on your own part. If you have any other problems doing the on your own, you can turn back a page and it shows you how to calculate your earnings per share, your price earnings ratio. And then we've got some descriptions of the component percentages and where you're going to find those on your income statement for the top part. So now you should have what you need to complete the on your own, and hopefully you've got your income statement for the on your own. That one you need to complete, so you'll have that information.